What's up? Welcome back to the Ice and Dum Dum podcast. Another week. We're moving right along in these podcasts, having a good time. Thanks for everybody tuning in. And we're back here. We got Bdog back. We got the Dum Dum himself. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys doing?
Straight chilling. This is the last podcast before the launch of the new Xbox, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I know. The new Xbox, new PlayStation. This is it. The next podcast we're talking about them because we'll have them for a few days. So maybe. I am excited for that. Oh yeah, hopefully as long as all the Amazons and the Best Buys, they all get it to us in time. And GameStop's for somebody who paid for shipping in this party. I'm not going to point your name. Just
if you paid for shipping, you should get it earlier.
Yeah, I'll get it at my house. I don't live at.
Yeah, he forgot to. He can't change his shipping address, and he's no longer living at the address that he ordered it to. But that
is true. Don't worry, I'll get the Xbox. I'll be straight.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're optimistic about that. But I am excited. I can't wait. I know we're right here. We're recording this on November 7th. It's N7 day for Mass Effect. I'm gonna talk about that after too. I know, Dum Dum, you don't know anything about Mass Effect, but
I don't know anything about it.
It's a game you probably should have played. But I kind of want to jump into the movie that we were requested to watch by one of our listeners who was actually been watching and listening since the first one. He's commented on, he or she has commented on every single one, and they recommended we watch Swiss Army Man. And yeah, let's start talking about it. Who wants to go first on this one?
I'll go last.
You want to go last?
No, I go last. You go second then if you want to go.
Can I go last too then? Can we all go last together?
Go. You're up.
I want to be part of this last
thing. You can't be last together.
I got FOMO. All right. Swiss Army Man. Daniel Radcliffe, probably one of the weirdest roles I've ever seen him play in an entire movie.
Him? Just him?
No, I mean, I wouldn't expect him to play that role. I feel like that role should be like some rando like that no one knows.
I mean, you should have probably played that role.
I would have gladly took money to play that role. I would have done a great job. But I know kind of how you guys feel about it. For me, the movie was one of the strangest movies I've ever watched, to say the least. It was definitely super out there. I mean, like, I don't even know, but
his brain just exploded right there.
No, it was strange. So I'm not gonna say that it was a bad movie. I think it was okay. I wouldn't put it in like horrible. I definitely wouldn't rewatch it again though. But the whole movie is basically this guy gets lost in the woods. I don't even know how he got lost in the woods, to be quite honest. But he finds a dead body, and the dead body comes back to life, and then he uses the dead body to the dead body's got powers. Daniel Radcliffe's character, he puts stuff in his mouth and shoots stuff. He uses him as a chopping block. It's insane. This dude is literally a human Swiss Army knife.
He's a Swiss Army Man.
Yeah, dude. He folds up and then breaks some stuff. Feels no pain at all. But
it's a dead body. So
I want to talk a little bit. I want to know your guys' thoughts. That at the beginning of the movie, you know, the character was on the verge of suicide.
Yep.
Before he saw the body.
Yep.
And me personally, I think he killed himself right there, and that all played out in his head.
Okay. All right.
And I don't know if you guys have same takes on it, or
let's see what Bdog thinks here.
I mean, I can see why you would think that, because there didn't seem like there was any purpose or meaning to the film whatsoever. It felt like they'd give you little hints of what the film could be about, but none of that ever went anywhere. And it was trying to be a deep film, but it just never got there. And it was a really cool premise. The idea was kind of cool. But it was not executed well at all.
So you didn't like it.
No, I did not like it. I don't understand how it got a 7.6 or whatever on IMDb.
It was nominated too for the Sundance Awards for a bunch of
Yeah,
stuff too.
I do honestly think that movie
It's like-
did have a lot of depth to it, though. Like, honestly, there's so many ways that you could interpret that movie.
Yeah, because I interpreted the movie different than you did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, it's definitely like super metaphorical. But you're right, Bdog. The execution was a little poor.
to me, it's like it was like trying to be too artsy. It's not
Over
like
the
a
top.
film where it has no, not necessarily, but it has like there's other films that have like a deep meaning and all that, and it's more fleshed out and done. This one just felt like they were throwing everything they could at the wall to see what would stick and make you like you had a thought of it. Maybe the guy died in the beginning. I didn't even think of that. It feels like like people that go to art galleries and they look at somebody that scribbled all over a canvas and they're like, oh, this is the red means like valor and stuff like that. It's like super abstract. I didn't get anything from it. I must not be an abstract art guy. I thought the movie looked good. It's an A24 movie.
I
like
knew
it was shot well.
you were gonna say that.
It's
I
a
was
good-looking
watching
movie.
it. I was watching it. And I was like, B-Dog's gonna be like, well, the movie looks good. There's some nice shots.
It's a good looking movie, but I mean, I would never, ever recommend somebody to watch that.
So, yeah, it was a weird movie. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
And the ending.
okay, well, now hold on. Let's just
what?
talk about that. Let's talk about that for a second. So, I did not
was
take the
weird.
movie as somebody died. I took the movie as he was going to kill himself. Was it Hank and Manny? Was it Hank?
Manny, yeah,
Manny.
Yep.
And yeah. So Manny was the Daniel Radcliffe, the dead body, and Hank was the character who was going to hang himself at the beginning of the movie. I took it as he was going out there to kill himself, and he had some type of weird thing going on, and he did find a dead body, and it gave him like he was dragging this dead body around, and everything that you saw was him like putting his inner deeper everything he wasn't, like the farting. Remember how they said in the movie, oh, you're
Yeah.
holding your farts in even from me. And then so he was everything he wasn't. He was cool, suave. He's Daniel Radcliffe, he was gonna get the lady. He could talk to the lady on the bus that he could never talk to. And this was all playing out in his head. And obviously the dead body was never talking and never doing any of the stuff you see, which because obviously we know dead bodies don't do that.
But then how did it do all the stuff?
So
See, he might
that's
have.
what
Where do you draw
so-
the line there?
I don't think he was ever like at the beginning of the movie. I don't think he's ever actually on an island. I think he's still I think he's imagining that.
What?
Yes, like obviously okay, and then you
Yeah,
can
you
watch this
can't-
early on in the movie. We're not really spoiling anything. The dead body.
I mean, the movie
farts,
came out like 4
and
years ago. I feel
he
like
rides the dead body across the water
Like a jet ski.
like a jet ski on a farting body. Obviously, you can't do that. That's not a thing. So I think it was his brain just being overactive. Just like okay, but then what? And I think he was on the beach the whole time. So when he's out there, because when then he goes through all the transformation of building all these things and teaching him all about life and boners. Remember that was a big thing. There's a boner problem. And the boners, he had a problem with boners himself. Everything that the dead body did was something that the main character had issues with himself.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
And I think that was his coping mechanism was this. He wasn't going to kill himself. And I think it was just another part of his personality. And that's how I interpret the movie up until, and this is spoilers. If you guys want to tune out for a spoiler, you can tune out now, maybe skip ahead about a couple minutes. His dad's there, the cops are there, the chick that he was in love with that he was too afraid to talk to, they did the whole thing, and they finding all this stuff he built and all the stuff that he was doing out there, which he all of a sudden says during that, oh no, they're gonna see it all. Like he knew he had a mental problem. There was some type of issue going on. He was living out behind her house, essentially, with a picture of her on his phone that he's not even with. And all of that you could say, okay, yeah, okay. He knew he had an issue. He knew that most of this must have been imagined, like, except for the end of the movie. There's two parts, not just the end. The bear attack doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
How that could be anything.
Yep.
That could be anything but
Also,
I don't know.
the
Unless
hunting.
the bear attack didn't happen. Because if you look later on, he was walking on a crutch, but then he wasn't later on. So maybe he imagined the bear attack too. You could put that.
But didn't
I
he
was
fall out of a
good,
tree
though.
and snap his leg?
Yeah.
But maybe I'm saying maybe he imagined all of that. That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
But the only thing you cannot say that he imagined, which was the weirdest, one of the weirdest parts of the movie, is the end of the movie when the body's on the side of the ocean, and there's other people around, not him, and it farts across the ocean to leave. Like, you're like, okay.
Which validates the entire rest of the movie.
Yeah, within that point, you're like, okay, so this really happened.
Yeah, so
Because
exactly.
That's why.
So it was
that's
like,
why I think he.
I
killed
feel like
himself
that
at the
movie.
beginning,
I feel
because
like
that
the
makes
movie
more
would have been
sense.
much better if they didn't do that last scene.
I don't.
I mean, they would have to take out quite a few scenes. I just think
He would have taken out the whole movie. B-Dog saying
it's like some like underlying message of like because he was obviously a loner, he was kind of a loser. It's the message that you need somebody to be able to talk to, and you need like
exactly.
You don't do well on your own, and and he found it in a dead
you
body.
need to be okay with yourself
Being
and be
different.
open. Yeah.
Yes.
I agree with you. I think 100% you're right on that.
Am I in therapy right now?
Yes. Yes, you are. This is all for you.
You should be after watching that movie.
Okay, so I know the answers, but I want to go down the line here.
Sure.
Dum Dum. Would you recommend the movie to anybody?
I'm neutral. I wouldn't recommend it, but I would not recommend it.
That's
Like,
such a stupid stance.
So, all right,
That's
if someone
such a stupid
asked me,
stance.
if someone asked me straight out, should I watch this movie?
No one in the world is ever going to ask you that question.
I'm not gonna go up to people like, "Hey, watch Swiss Army Man." But if someone asked me,
so you wouldn't recommend. So the answer is you wouldn't recommend it.
I wouldn't outgoingly recommend it. No, but if someone asked
how
me,
many Dum Dums do you give it? How many Dum Dums do you give it?
5.25
out of 10 Dum Dums.
Out of 10 Dum Dums, yeah, sure.
All right, B-Dog, I know the answer. Would you recommend this movie to anybody?
So if I was high, it probably would have been a great movie. But I wasn't. I'll give it 2 B-Dogs.
2 B-Dogs out of 10?
Yeah.
Damn, that's the lowest rating you've ever given a movie on the podcast.
Absolutely. I hope it is the lowest rating I ever give.
Yeah,
that's true.
All right. I would give it I give it a 5 out of 10, but would not recommend.
See, that's kind of the lines I was along.
What do you mean? You did some long drawn out thing about I wouldn't recommend it, but I would recommend it. Like, what do you?
He wasn't sure yet.
Dude, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Well,
but, dude,
news.
Okay,
go ahead. What were you gonna say? No, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say my favorite part of that whole movie. I laughed so hard when Manny was like, "Don't worry, when I masturbate, I'll think about your mother."
Yeah,
started dying.
He's like, "No."
What about when he's drinking water
from his mouth?
Like he's a faucet.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude.
So did you guys see that A24 is making another movie right now?
Why you gotta bring this up?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say a sequel.
No. No. There's no Swiss Army Man.
What are they making?
I don't know. I saw it on Reddit the other day.
So you just say it and you don't even know what they're talking about.
Dude, I'm not B-Dog. I'm Dum Dum. What do you expect?
You know what I mean? Like, all right, we'll find out what they're making.
Thanks for the info.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks for nothing there, Dum Dum. So yeah, did you know a movie company that makes movies is actually making another movie?
I think it's called Saint Maud. Saint Maud. It's supposed to have like mad hype around it. So
what's it about?
I didn't get that far.
why don't you look it up? All right. So what I've been doing, so I am on, I don't want to. I'm on parental leave from work for this next couple weeks because
Maternity leave.
Yeah, paternity leave. Yeah,
Maternity leave.
not
Definitely.
maternity, paternity.
Definitely.
Same
And
thing.
so he's not liking sleeping at night. So at night I've been watching I've decided him and I are going to watch the Hobbits and then the Lord of the Rings movies. And I honestly forgot how much better the Lord of the Rings movie are than the Hobbit movies. Like the Hobbit movies, action scenes are cool, but they really stretch that book out to make 3 freaking movies. Like, if I right now, so I watched the 3 Hobbits with him. I watched the Fellowship of the Rings, and we're on like he's actually watching. I like how I say this. Like he's actually like tuning in.
Oh yeah, he's taking them all in.
The 2 towers, and yeah, I'm just like, damn, the Lord of the Rings just blows the Hobbit out of the water. It's insane.
Yeah, I remember not being super impressed. I mean, the Hobbits were an okay watch, but I don't remember.
I mean, the battle scenes were
raving
cool.
about them.
The battle scenes were really cool, but
they were just, you said, they were so drawn out, and
yeah, but he stretched those.
Much more tailored for a child audience. It seems.
In my opinion, I wish he would have done Return of the King in 2 episodes. Split it in 2, made 4 movies, because the Return of the King has enough information. There's stuff that didn't even make it into the extended
there's a ton of stuff.
4-hour movie that he could have made that into 2 movies, and that would have been phenomenal. But yeah, no. So that's what I've been trying to catch up on all those, and I forgot how much. So, little fun fact: the Bdog and I, when we were younger, we watched all of the Lord of the Rings extended editions in one day.
Jeez, that's dedication.
Not only was it dedication, we were dedicated.
Yeah,
it was a good day.
I watched all the Paranormal Activities in one day.
All of them?
Yeah,
I've only seen the first one.
That's actually one of my favorite scary movies.
I've seen the first 2. I never seen anything after the second one.
I think there's 6 total.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kept that going for a while.
Like
did you get any information on that movie?
It's some nurse that someone has like an eternal damned soul and she's trying to save it.
Exorcism type deal.
It looks super creepy. I didn't watch the trailer or anything, but it kind of seems like exorcism a little bit.
I like that.
It got really good reviews from whoever already watched it. So
I don't trust those.
So it's already out.
Well, no, it's not out, but you know how like the people like Rotten Tomatoes,
critics,
whatever they get to, the critics see the movie before it comes out.
Oh, okay, yeah. So what I was saying earlier, kind of getting on the gaming topic now, is today's N7 day, which you're not a Mass Effect fan, but I know you Bdog's played it. I don't know how much of a fan of it he is. N7 is the like the main character, what he works for, the Spectres. So on November 7th, BioWare usually does something Mass Effect related. They haven't really been doing too much, but today they announced a complete remaster of the original trilogy for next gen systems. So if anybody hasn't played Mass Effect, and I'm sure at this point everyone's probably heard about the ending of the 3 and how it didn't live up to the hype of the rest of the game. The 3 games are still worth an absolute play because they are 3 of the best sci-fi RPGs you'll ever play. Hands down, awesome. Mass Effect is one of my top 3 favorite franchises of all time. Wow. And I was so let down by the end of 3, but the other, I loved 1, 2, and up until about 90% of 3.
Was the ending to 3 bad, or was it?
Yeah, I'm surprised you've been around. Just because you haven't played, I'm surprised you never heard. The ending of 3 was, for lack of a better words, I guess I would put it as rushed and not up to the quality and standard that the rest of the franchise set for something as massive as the end of a trilogy.
Okay. That makes sense. I'll have to play them. I'll play them when the
They're definitely worth
You
the play,
should.
especially if they're remastered. Yeah.
The oh, I can't. I'm gonna play. I'm for sure gonna play them. I soaked so many hours into those games. I
Aren't
could
you
do.
also
We could
supposed
do.
to be playing Watch Dogs?
Yeah, I haven't played that yet.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I've been freaking busy. I got a baby.
When you
Yeah.
play, let me know.
I'm gonna let you know. We're gonna talk about it on the podcast. I might. Maybe that'll be no. The first game I'm gonna play on Series X is gonna be Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah,
Oh, dude, I've been watching gameplay for that. It looks really tough. Like now,
looks fun.
let me put this in YouTube. It looks really nice. Like that game looks really cool. You know what I
It
mean?
looks really tough. Let me put this in YouTube.
Because
It
some
looks
people
really
might not
nice.
understand what like tough. People will be like, "Oh, it's hard to play or something." But I mean like tough as in cool. You know what I mean?
Who
I
says
know
that?
what you mean. Yeah.
Dum Dum says that. That's who says that.
Well,
But the
I
game
can't wait
looks.
to ride a wolf.
Oh
That's gonna be
man.
sick.
Are you? So you're getting it, Dum Dum, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. It's
What skill tree is everybody gonna go
I
into
haven't
here?
looked at anything. I have not looked at anything into the game.
It's your typical same. There's melee, stealth,
Oh, I usually
fighting.
always go melee.
ranged.
I
yeah.
usually go melee.
I'll probably also do melee. It's the
Okay.
most.
And then usually in the Assassin's Creed games, though, as the game goes on, you can start like really just getting yourself into other ones too. So
I still
start
haven't
melee
played
and
any
then-
Assassin's Creeds before, so this is gonna be my first time playing one.
wow,
I haven't played one in a really, really long time. So
you
I'm
are
kinda in the
missing
same
out,
boat.
and you are missing out because Odyssey was actually really good. Odyssey was a really good.
So I'm a little concerned. If I play this Assassin's Creed, am I gonna be like completely lost in the
You'll be
storyline?
No, they're
totally in
gonna-
the loop.
they're gonna do a backstory because so part of the game's gonna start, I guarantee, in present day, and you're going into an animus which sends you back in time to like what used to be your ancestor. Now it's just a figure, and you're gonna see where they are, and then through the whole games because that game is a sci-fi history kind of mixed together.
Yeah.
Like alternate history type deal. Yeah.
Isn't the history in that game fairly accurate from what I've heard?
Yeah,
It
well,
can- it
yeah,
can
but
be.
they put a sci-fi twist on it.
Okay.
So like there's I can't, I think it's the ISOs. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the race. I'm not 100%. It's like an ancient alien race that sort of like had all these cool artifacts around Earth, and people are trying to figure out where they are. So that's the reasoning for you going back in time into these people, because they had something to do with it.
Okay.
And it's kind of got like, and that's how they also like morph the fact that like the gods, like, like Greek gods and all these were actually real in a sense. Like they already talked about how Odin and all them are going to make some type of appearance in the game. And they usually do a pretty cool job with them, with those kind of things. So I'm excited to see that. And I'm also excited to see, because I heard somebody say something about not only is it going to touch base on like Odin and stuff like that, we're also going to have like type of Christianity stuff that they're going to touch base on for like that kind of religious stuff. So it's going to be a little mix of that, because you're going to be in obviously you're going to be going over to England and having a good time over there.
Killing a bunch of Christians. Yeah.
Yeah. So
religion and video games, huh?
and then I know they said something about the 2 DLCs. I don't remember what one of them, well, 3 DLCs. I don't know what 2 of them were, but I know one you're going to France.
That's pretty cool.
So
like
that should
France.
be interesting. But yeah, no, I'm excited for it too. I mean, it's a good game. It's definitely a time-consuming game. It's a game you're going to spend a lot of time in. They did say that.
Which is fun.
Is it from the gameplay I watched, it looks solo player. Is there like any online multiplayer matchmaking
No.
or any like no open
No.
world?
Nope,
It's
it's
just
a
straight single player game, right?
Straight single-player game.
Okay. That's fine.
No, it's good. It's a good game. It's a good time taker, good time soaker. I think you'll be a fan.
Yeah, it looks really fun. Honestly, the guy was hunting deers. That looks pretty legit.
Yeah, you usually got to hunt to like upgrade stuff and get some of
You
that.
have,
I
like, a
feel like it's
settlement.
some of that I feel like gets a little tedious. I kind of hope they not nerf, but like change that mechanic a little bit. But
Yeah, the video I watched, they were talking what Bdog just said, the settlements. He said it's gonna be like you're gonna be able to like fully customize and like make the thing your own. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like super unique, and you can do a lot of stuff to it, which is really cool, honestly.
that is pretty neat. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited
I
to
think
see-
something in one of the trailers I saw. It's not a spoiler or anything because it wasn't a trailer, but there's a hut that you can go to in your settlement where like like a sorceress or a druid lives, and you go there and you take mushrooms there, and you trip out, and then you go like that's how you go to some of the side quests and stuff to like go to Asgard and all
Oh,
that.
really?
Hmm.
Oh, that's
Which is pretty
interesting.
sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is pretty sweet. I like that. No, I mean it's gonna be a good time. I'm excited for it. So what else? I'm trying to think what other big game. I'm Gears Tactics. That's another game that I'm excited to kind of play on the Series X. I think you can actually play on a couple days
You can.
before, right?
Well, I have it downloaded on my
Was it did it
regular
but does it
Xbox,
release
so.
on the 10th to play, or is it?
I don't know.
I don't remember if
I
that was
could
the
play. It's on Game Pass, so I think I could play it right now.
Yeah, B-Dog's Game Pass master.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Have you played
right,
anything
baby.
on Game Pass?
Yeah, I played a game called Katana Zero.
How was that?
It was really fun. It was really short, but really fun. It was a game I saw on the Switch store that I almost got a long time ago. I was like, I don't want to play it on Switch. But it was free. So I downloaded it and I beat it in like 3 hours.
There you
There you
go.
go. Hey,
Yeah, it was fun. It looked cool.
So
It's like
that's the only
neon,
thing you
like
played?
80s vibe. I played some Hellblade. I'm not very far in it, but I started playing some Hellblade.
you liking that?
I think it's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy, really easy, but it's like more like a cinematic experience, like one of those games you kind of are there for the story, and
Yeah,
the
you kind
gameplay's
of just
not
walk
too.
it through. You do a little bit. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like the fighting's super easy, but the puzzles are kind of cool, and I don't know. It's
I'm not.
it's
I know.
definitely fun so
I
far.
started that game. I didn't get too far into it because something else came out or something after I downloaded it, because I downloaded that in Game Pass also.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
What else you got? Is that it too?
I think that's all I've played on Game Pass so far. Yeah.
You didn't download your Mortal Kombat?
Oh, I played.
We haven't played it yet.
Kombat.
You played some?
I booted in. Yeah, I booted in to do a couple fights, and I'm
How'd you
not
feel
very
about it?
good.
I'm not very good.
I'm not very good.
Did you play against
man.
people? Or did you play against AI?
I just played against AI.
Still not good though.
No. I mean, I just don't know all the moves. Once I
Yeah.
learn a couple of the moves, you can kind of start figuring it out. But I learned how to do the Scorpion Hellfire, like when they light up, and that was
that?
pretty sweet.
Back left B or something like that. Back left X.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have to be playing it again. I only played it for like 20 minutes.
Oh man, I think I talked about it before, but I watched the Mortal Kombat like professional tournaments. Those guys are, I don't even like. I literally
Same
don't
with
even
any
know
of
what
those
I'm
fighting
watching.
games.
Oh yeah. You watch any of them, you're just like, how it is? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, they like.
Yeah,
do,
but
like,
you know, I've
17 hit
seen some of them
combos.
talk about it. They don't like playing online against people who aren't pros because they, in their words, they don't play the game right. So
Yeah,
it
makes
screws
sense.
it screws them up.
Yeah, they'll do stuff that
You would
a pro
never
might
do.
not do. Yeah,
Exactly.
That's like
Well,
when I,
mean,
play.
that's a good strategy. That's how you win. You do stuff that somebody's not gonna do.
Yeah, that's like when I play poker and like I'm playing against bad people. They're just so unpredictable. You have no idea, and it throws you way off.
I
You're like,
mean-
what the hell's going on?
So you play against yourself.
Listen, I'll play against anyone. I don't care.
No, I'm trying to think. What else? What about you, Dum Dum? Anything you're excited to play on when it comes out? I mean, it's not as the launch lineup is not as strong and as exciting as we would have liked it to be. You know, minus the Halo, but
Honestly, man, I'll stick to Assassin's Creed for a while, and then whatever rolls out.
Now,
I mean, really, I just
are you
super
getting Cyberpunk?
possibly.
How is that a possibly? How are you even a gamer?
I don't, dude. I never played like any of The Witcher or anything. That's off the
It's
same.
not The Witcher.
storyline.
It's Cyberpunk.
It's off the same storyline, though, isn't it?
No, it's not. Oh,
no.
This
It's a totally different.
This
world.
is why he is the Dum Dum on the
Different
Dum
universe.
Dum podcast, right there, everybody.
It's its own standalone. It's their first entrance into this whole storyline, and it's gonna
See,
be
The
sick.
problem with me is I don't know, man. Games that are so hyped up, I have a tough time playing them. I don't want
That's
to.
fair.
I don't want to be let down. Like everyone's
Well,
making
when
it
it,
out to be like a
maybe
10 out
we'll
of 10.
review it. We'll review it on the podcast, and if we like it, maybe you'll play it.
Listen, I'm definitely all right. I just decided in this moment I'm definitely gonna play it, so I can give my honest opinion.
At this exact moment, right now.
Sweet.
This very moment in the podcast, you guys heard it on Monday, November 9th. I hope I got that right.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Dude, I'm
Good
a
job.
genius.
That was
So
actually
sweet.
really good.
Yeah, I'll
Oh.
play it.
I pre-ordered another Switch game.
What'd you get?
Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. It's a game that they announced.
Excuse me, what?
It's called Sakuna.
I felt like I was back
She's
in
a Japanese
French class.
goddess
Oh, okay.
of
I thought
Rice
you
and
said
Ruin.
I thought rice and ruin. I thought you
Mhm.
said rice and pudding.
Rice and Ruin.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? What is this?
Oh,
I thought it was
Rice-
pretty cool. I heard about it. They announced it like a year ago on one of their Nintendo releases or whatever, and 2 people made the entire game.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I checked it out, and it's like a little.
When does that come out?
The 10th. I got it
Wow.
because I'm going down to see Holly's mom on the train, so I'll have like 6 hours to.
When are you guys doing that? On
Veg
the
out.
10th?
No, we're doing that around Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. So you gotta have time to.
But I'm gonna play it before then too. But
Yeah.
I got to have a new game to veg out on.
So it's not rice and pudding podcast, just in case.
No,
everybody else
it's
heard it.
rice and
rice
ruin.
and ruin. Oh man. So I don't know if you guys saw this or not.
Nope.
How do you know you didn't see this yet?
I don't see a lot.
About the PlayStation. The PlayStation 5. 2 things that just came out. One, there's no external hard drive that you can use right now for it, which you
How
think
much
that
onboard memory does it have?
a terabyte.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but with the new games, some of the new games they're expecting to be like 200.
They'll have to
So-
come out with something.
Well, yeah, but I mean, how you launching without that? You should have had that figured out.
Yeah.
And there's no 1440 resolution, which I know a lot of people like to play 1440 because 1440, I guess, with the monitors and these systems, you can play 1440, 120 frames a second.
Oh wow.
So why that? So people are a little pissed off about that. Which I mean,
It's
I
funny
guess
because I haven't
rightfully
heard
so.
that. I haven't heard that in any of the reviews. I watched a couple. Like I think IGN did like an Xbox versus PS5
I
thing.
just saw the 1440 thing this morning.
Oh,
And the external hard drive, actually, as we were doing this podcast, I was scrolling through my phone and I saw that.
they're pretty much what I'm getting from the PS5 is everybody's raving about the new controller. What are they calling it? Dual?
DualShock 5.
No, it's like dual haptic feedback or something like that. Like it
Yeah.
can give you
Yeah,
a
but
ton of
did you
different
see how long
variables.
the controller lasts now?
Probably not very long when it's doing
2
a whole bunch
hours.
of different.
What?
2 hours.
Can you play it plugged in?
I don't know if you can play it plugged in, but
You must
must be
have
able
to
to.
be able to.
I would
Yeah.
hope so. If
2
you can't play it-
hours?
What, are you gonna have 8 controllers so you can play for
Yeah,
a day?
just-
Lord of
I
the
know.
Rings is longer than that.
I know everybody's kind
Yeah,
of raving about the PS5 like reinventing itself, like everything's cleaner and all that, and they have the new
Sleeker, yeah.
controllers. Whereas the Xbox is like the opposite, like they're building off of what they already have that they like. Like when you the PS5 is gonna have a whole new UI, whereas the
Yeah, well,
Xbox, the
it's
new
gonna
update
stay-
you just got is the
Is
same.
yeah.
The controller's like pretty much the same thing, except for it has a share button on it now.
No, and you'll like the other
and,
thing.
textured triggers.
No, the bumpers have been built for more stability.
Well, I mean, that's a no-brainer.
how
That
many bumpers did you break? Like 15?
Dude,
Bdog breaks bumpers. It's the
I
Bdog
have
bumper
a,
breaker
I have
right
a
here.
graveyard of controllers.
Just
How
bumper
angry
problems.
are you when you press
I
the
don't.
bumper?
That's the thing. I don't.
Well, he's
I don't,
got giant hands. Like, show
don't-
like look at that hand. That's a
I
big hand.
don't. Like, I mean, I have dropped my controllers, but I don't throw them. I don't like hit them on anything when I get angry. I was like, no, I don't want to break my own shit. But I did go through. I looked over at Holly because she went with me every time to return the Elite controllers.
Oh, they
looked
changed
at
the
her, she goes-
policy because of him
She goes, 8. I've turned in
8?
8 Elite controllers.
for bumper problems. They just told him he had to stop doing it. You're not turning any more of these controllers.
Yeah, they let me do it one last time, and I couldn't do it ever again.
Wow.
So I stopped buying Elite controllers. So pretty much underneath this little piece of plastic, the bumper is held on by two tiny, super thin little pieces of plastic that sit on two pins on both sides. So if
He's
you
taking
press
them
it
apart enough to know.
oh yeah, like look, you probably can't see it. This one's already starting to get what I call the death wobble.
The death wobble.
Yep, this thing's
So-
gonna probably go in 2 weeks.
See, I'm lucky enough to not actually. I have an Elite controller, and I can't remember the last time I touched one of my bumpers because I
But
play.
That's how I hold the controller.
Oh, you hold it with both fingers on the triggers.
He's ready to
Yeah,
go at all times.
I got
I'm a
these
one.
and I got these.
That's me right there, baby.
Yeah, I'm not
So
going.
you have to bounce through.
Yeah, I only do one finger.
I know. I have not touched the paddles. These paddles right now. If I could give you both my bumpers, I would give them to you because these are the crispest bumpers you'll ever touch. Ready? You can probably hear it. You hear that? Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
This
the
one. But
that's the first time
this
bumper's
one's
ever been
creaking.
touched. So
Look,
I knew you'd be happy because they do need to fix that because you're not the only person that has a bumper problem.
No, I'm
I saw
obviously not the only reason they fixed
Someone
them.
else in their review said that there was a stick drift problem, but I haven't. I used to have a stick drift problem on the 360 controller. I haven't had one on any of my Xbox One controllers. Have you?
I didn't have any of them long enough to have drift.
I mean, you can just change your dead zone settings and you'll be fine if you get a little.
And yeah. So, but they said they helped with that problem too, which I didn't think was that big of a problem. But I guess must have been for some people. Like, I don't know. But yeah.
With
so,
these, I have noticed the A button and the X button. After a little bit, they will start to stick and not return and be as crisp as a push.
Oh yeah, I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah, that happened.
I don't like that.
The only two that I use on my controller are the X and Y. So my back paddles are set up for A, B, right bumper, left bumper.
I'm just not comfortable playing like that. I only ever did it for Rainbow Six Siege so I could lean. I had one bumper on each side for leaning.
Yeah.
Other than that, I didn't use the bumpers for anything or the paddles for anything.
Yeah, I never used the bumpers.
The other thing that the Xbox is getting a little hate for the Series X, which I don't really care about. I mean, maybe you guys do, is that the UI is only going to run at 1080p, so it runs faster.
Who cares? Literally, who cares?
That's all I have is 1080p. So
yeah, I mean, and that's what it's. But for people at 4K, like, who cares my UI? Like when I log into the game, how long do you stand on the UI screen to actually pay attention to it? If it's sitting on the UI screen, it means you're probably not even in the same room.
That's true.
Usually, you know what I mean? Like you come in, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go play this game, and then there you go.
Listen,
have
1080
you been watching?
is funny.
Sorry. Yeah, 1080p is fine.
1080p is fine, like way more than fine.
I've been watching some videos and stuff on the Xbox of people that already have them. The quick resume function.
Yeah.
You can get, I think you can have like 4 or 5 games kind of going on,
and just
you can bounce in, like, and you could go from. He kept showing Batman, whatever the newest Batman is.
Yep.
He'd play it for like 2 seconds,
this one.
And then he'd quick resume into Witcher, and like Witcher, if you know Witcher, it has crazy load times. Not only was he getting back to where he was, he didn't have to go through the menus or anything. The load time to get in was like literally 2 seconds.
That's
impressive.
It was crazy.
That is
I
insane.
used to sit at that screen for
a day and a half.
I'd go do some stuff while it was loading, you know.
He would go get takeout.
Yeah.
Take a bomb, take a bath bomb.
I love bath bombs.
Why not? So he was fast traveling in Witcher, also showing the speed of, you know, how fast it loads. Not even a second. Like, you click on fast travel, you don't even have enough time to read the first 3 words of the tips they give you on like the loading screen.
That's insane.
Bloop, boop, he's walking around.
The real test is if they release
fast.
if they release GTA 6 on the new console or whenever it comes out.
Let's be honest. When that game comes out, that is going to put, like GTA's do, it's going to push the newest systems it pushes everything to the max. Like,
yeah, but the load times in that game are, I mean, I'm sure the Witcher's.
I can't wait till do a load time. I'm going to try to load that game up on the series. Actually, see how fast it loads.
The Witcher?
No, GTA.
Oh.
GTA's load times are like on par with Witcher, if not worse. There's sometimes
I think they're worse, actually. I just haven't played enough of it recently to be mad at it.
It's insane. Well, GTA, Red Dead. I understand Rockstar likes making money, with the microtransactions and stuff. But I wish they would have released an Undead Nightmare 2 for Red Dead Redemption. Like every
would've been
time,
dope.
right? The Red Dead Redemption 2, Red Dead Redemption, the original with the Undead Nightmare was such a sick DLC that
It
I
was
wish they
cool.
would have. I wish they would have done that for that. That would have
Sure
been.
they didn't. They love money.
I know, but they make more off of microtransactions. That's the problem right now.
From what I
That's-
heard,
Yeah.
Rockstar is like letting Red Dead Redemption 2 just die. Honestly.
It is letting Red Dead Redemption 2 die.
Yeah, like everyone that I've read like on Red Dead Redemption 2 on like Reddit and stuff, they're saying that there's so many problems in the games, but Rockstar is just focused on like microtransactions and not fixing the game that it's making the game almost break. Like
Really?
some people, yeah, like they're having
Well, you know how much money
unplayable
they
experiences.
make in GTA Online.
I don't see. That's something that never made sense to me. Like when GTA the new one first came out, I played through the story. It was awesome. I love Grand Theft Auto. But when it comes to Rockstar games online, it just doesn't do it for me.
We played
I
some
played it
racing.
on-
We did some racing for a while.
Yeah, I played it maybe for like a month here and like a month or two after, I beat the story or whatever. And it doesn't do it for me. I don't know what it is.
They added open wheel racing in that game where you actually have to pit stop and stuff like that. I actually enjoyed that. That was some of the most fun I've had playing GTA in a long time. It was Dum Dum and a couple of our other friends playing that. And like you touch the wheels and the cars, they did a really good job with the open wheel on that.
Listen, every single race that I played with Ice, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try really hard. I'm gonna do my best. 2 laps around, I'm in like last place. I turn my car around and just start taking every.
Oh my goodness, he did too. And the cars take actual damage that affects the car and stuff.
So I'm
Doing
going to the pit
like,
stop.
oh yeah, like you lose the freaking wing of your car, the back end sliding out, and you use if he breaks off the nose of the car, you don't have enough downforce to keep the car going fast. It was, yeah.
So you pretty much play as like a racing simulator.
I actually do. I really do.
Why
Yeah.
don't you just boot up Forza at that point?
I played as a racing simulator, but then when I load out of it, I can go and like shoot some people in it. So you can't do
That's
that
fair.
in Forza.
I don't like those
No.
lobbies where people just shoot people. Like, just let everyone do their own stuff, dog. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
literally
that
watched you
annoys
do it
me.
before.
That's only because I'm bored.
So what do you
Yeah,
think
but,
those
like-
people are?
I just don't
Lonely?
get the objective, I guess, at the end.
Just make
Oh.
money, dude. Make stacks. I don't know.
Yeah,
Here's
but
a little tidbit for anybody that's
Yeah.
listening. If you have the Game Pass Ultimate, Amazon right now is doing selling the 3-month Amazon Ultimate cards for it's pretty much 2 months for one free. You can get 2 cards. It's a really good deal. So if you get that, it's going to cost you what is it? Freaking $60, but you're going to get pretty much $30 free. So
that's cool.
that's something to look into. I picked up a couple of them, so I
Thank
used my
you.
account and then I used my my wife's account, so I got a year's worth. So now I have a year's worth of Ultimate.
So you have 6 months worth, and I have 6 months worth, even.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let me get that to you right now.
Yeah. Send the
Screen
code.
share it.
But yeah, so just in case anybody's looking for it.
I'm sure like Black Friday's coming up. They'll be doing some deals with Game Ultimate and stuff.
They'll probably just do the same thing. Because
Yeah.
now everything's just doing early Black Friday because it's not going to be going to stores to do Black Friday shopping. I heard that PlayStation's gonna. They may have already done it, but they're gonna be dropping like the next God of War is gonna be like a surprise drop for the PlayStation.
Oh,
Kinda cool.
dude. All right, let me just get this off my chest. All these game releases that are coming out, everyone gets early access. We know so much about these damn games before they're even out that we all go into it with expectations and we like kind of know what it's like. I miss the old days where you didn't know anything. You got a game and you were just blown away by all the stuff. We don't even see that anymore. I hate it. I want to go into a game and be a noob and not have any idea what I'm doing.
Well, you
and
do
just
go
have
into a
fun.
game being a noob. You do.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, but there is like the
Yeah, well, see,
surprise
it's
drops and stuff.
overhyped. And I agree with that. They do get
Content
overhyped.
creators, man. It's kind of, they get sent exclusives for free or whatever. And
And that's kind of like what we were
They
talking about with Assassin's Creed.
build
Though.
their brand.
I haven't watched anything on it. I know what Assassin's Creed game is. I understand what it is, but I haven't watched too much on it. I try not to get myself hyped up for games. Like even like Cyberpunk, I've seen minimum on that game. I'm just excited to play it, and I don't want my hopes getting high for it or anything like that. The only time I ever do is Halo. That's the only game that I follow every single thing about it. But besides that, I don't like following any other game because I don't want to get excited, expect it and then watching it, like, oh, this is gonna be great. And then when you finally get it, you know everything about it, you're kind of let down. I don't like doing that.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
Do you guys do the same thing?
I try not to look at stuff, but I always end up looking at stuff. I'll be in bed, it'll be like 2 a.m. I can't sleep, and I'll be like, you know what? I'm just gonna look at a little bit, and then I'll go down a rabbit hole, and it'll be 3:30, and I'll be like,
you're watching dog videos.
Yeah, I love dogs. Just kidding, dogs suck.
Whoa!
I'll watch the trailer, so all the trailers they release and stuff like that. But I try not to watch where people are first. All those videos are first hour or first however many time in this
I stay away from all that.
I don't want to do that because I want that to be how I find out about the game when I boot it up.
Even the Series X stuff, I pretty much avoided it. I watched a little bit of what Digital Foundry did on load times and frame rates and stuff like that because they do a really good job with that stuff. But
to me, that's something that I've watched a lot of videos on it because it's a piece of hardware. It's not it's not an experience you're gonna have. It's a thing you're gonna have.
Yeah.
So I want to know as much about it as I can.
And I don't like watching unboxings. So. I don't like watching unboxings.
Who watches unboxings?
There's a whole genre of that on
unboxing, an Xbox or a game or something.
Type in unboxing Xbox when you're done with this.
I don't understand that. It's just a video to make a video so then they can get more views.
I understand unboxing of Magic cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon cards, those guys. I guess I can see how you'd want to watch that, but unboxing a product, just go buy one yourself and unbox it.
Yeah.
Look, I just typed in unboxing. The first thing that comes up is unboxing 100 Apple iPhone 12s.
What's the point of that? Why would you want to watch 100 of them?
I don't know, because this dude has 1.3 million views.
That's
I know that guy.
Stupid.
Then
some of his videos.
That sounds like Mr.
The next one down is unboxing the PS5. 4.3 million views.
Dude.
Another PS5, 5.5 million.
So if you guys check in the description right now, our
PS5 with accessories, 11 million views.
That's so whack.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla Collector's Edition, 314,000. So people like to watch things get unboxed.
I guess I'm
That's
wrong.
So weird to me.
I guess I'm wrong. People like watching people
open their presents.
Yeah, why don't we just all post our Christmas?
Some people like to watch.
They have nothing else to do.
Some people like to do. Some people like to watch.
Are we still talking about Xboxes here? Or?
Yes, we're still talking about Xboxes here.
Just making sure.
Well, so Dum Dum watched another movie that he's upset that he really wanted to talk about it. And I know he said it before. We said we weren't going to talk about it, but I will let Dum Dum talk about his other movie just because he was upset he watched another movie and didn't know we're not going to talk about it. So what was it?
So first off, the reason that I'm upset that I had to watch another movie was not because I had to watch another movie. It's because it took an hour and a half to watch that movie when I could have been playing RuneScape. Because RuneScape came out with Trailblazer Leagues. It's a limited time mode, and I'm trying to get high rank in that. So, but
is that modern RuneScape or old school RuneScape?
Old school RuneScape. It's a limited time mode. XP rates are boosted, and you can unlock certain regions, and there's a bunch of tasks to do. It's really popular right now. Asmon Gold actually went and played RuneScape for the first time ever, and his stream blew up. It was insane. But
as in he's never played RuneScape before, or he's never played RuneScape on stream before.
He's played RuneScape way back, when he was younger. You know what I mean? But he's obviously known for World of Warcraft. He has a huge Twitch channel. But
yeah,
he even did a Q&A with the devs from the old school team and everything. It was really fun to watch. That's how big this game mode is right now. But yeah, I ended up because I thought we were gonna watch an action movie.
That's so sad. So sad.
No, I enjoyed this movie. It's a Netflix original. It's called Rim of the World, and it's about aliens invade the Earth, and there's 4 kids have to save the planet pretty much, and it's
young kids.
Yeah, I know. One of the characters said he was 13 years old, so I assume they're all around that age, but as far as action goes, there was definitely a lot of aliens and stuff, but I feel like there was one main alien that was like chasing him the whole time, which is kind of weird. But there wasn't too many action scenes per se, but it was a very like feel good movie. You know, it's like I would say it's more like a family movie with some action in it. But yeah, 4 young kids, and they pretty much do it all themselves. They save the world pretty much by themselves, which is pretty cool. And these kids,
spoiler alert.
well, I mean, what movie doesn't end where they don't save the world? You know,
there's movies. Just
there wouldn't be a movie. But no, it's pretty good.
Cabin in the Woods. That does the edge of They Don't Save the World.
Bro, Cabin in the Woods was dog poop.
You just said what movie doesn't. I'm just gonna give you a movie that doesn't.
What movie was I just thinking of where like a main character dies, but I don't remember it.
Bro, there's tons. There's legitimately tons of movies where the main character dies.
Remember when we went to the theaters to watch The Hunt and we thought that person was going to be the main character? And they
Yes.
died off the rip.
Yes.
Oh, and I was like, "What is going on?" Like they were following.
It's funny that you said that because I actually watched that this week.
Yeah, you rewatched it. It was still pretty good.
Yeah.
I haven't rewatched it, but that was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, that's entertaining to me. That movie.
Yeah, but going to the rim or the rim of the world. I mean, it was good.
Going to the rim, it just turned into a basketball.
Oh man, yeah. Let's like go to the paint, dog. You know what I mean, LeBron. But that was good. I'd give it like a 7, 7.5. I mean, a lot of Netflix originals, like Netflix movies, are actually pretty decent. Honestly, like they
They
have some
definitely put a lot of money into everything, even if it sucks sometimes. But
I'm excited to see. I mean, seeing how they did with The Witcher, I'm excited to see what they do with Assassin's Creed now.
Yeah,
I'm
that'll
excited for
be
the second season of Witcher.
Yeah, me too.
that'll be exciting. And I forgot what I was gonna say. Something about Adam Sandler, how like all his Netflix movies have become terrible or something like
They're
that.
awful. He's a total sellout.
I haven't watched the last one yet.
Don't.
Hubby Halloween.
Yeah, I haven't watched
Holly wanted to watch it. I was like, "Are you like?" We put it off for a couple of days, and finally, I want to watch it. We didn't even make it through the opening scene, and Holly's like, "Okay, I think I'm good."
Yeah, because the way he talks that whole movie, Adam Sandler, just the way he acts and talks is super cringe.
Awful.
Really?
Awful.
Yeah, Sarah and I didn't watch it.
I wish he would go back to like his old styles and making movies.
I know. When he was fantastic. Good?
Yeah, like Happy Gilmore, Billy
Madison.
Yeah, all those those were great movies.
Mr. Deeds and Daddy Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Waterboy. I even like the Grown Ups movies. I
love the Grown Ups movies were hilarious, dude. Honestly, like those were very funny. Click is one of my favorite movies of all time too.
See, Click was okay. That was like I felt like one of his first ones was like, oh, this is okay, but then it started really going downhill.
Uncut Gems is good.
Yeah, but that's not a comedy.
That was
an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, I know.
To see him in though, that was.
It took me off guard, but he did a really good job in that movie.
Oh, I thought it was great.
He did,
the ending of that movie. I mean, what the freaking frick?
Yeah.
That was probably what I was thinking of. But the ending of that movie is like.
Only thing, a little slight spoiler alert for that movie is there is actually no sports betting at Mohegan Sun, just so everybody knows that. Because
yeah, we literally live 20 minutes from Mohegan Sun, so
yeah, you can't go there and sports bet. Believe me, because Dum Dum would be losing a lot of money if you could.
I have to drive to Rhode Island to make my sports bets now, man. It's stupid.
So what have you been playing this week, Bdog? You been playing anything? You just been working a lot.
I've been working. I haven't really played anything. I don't think. Just been pretty much getting home and crashing on the couch. I don't really have much for content this week to bring to you.
I know.
I think I played a little bit of Squad, but that's about it.
We played some Halo on Monday night, right?
Oh,
sure.
Yeah. It's been a long week.
Yeah, we usually, because I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So I think you play Monday and Wednesday with me. And Fridays we do marbles on stream, so we're all in there just but that's not a game you're really playing. That's just kind of game you're all shooting the crap. Little RNG, just having a good time watching your marbles roll.
Watching Dum Dum yell in the chat.
Yeah, talk crap on Dum Dum.
Dude, literally everybody was talking crap on me Friday. I'm like, Kakari, what the hell is going on?
That's exactly what he was like. Well, we know what you've been playing. You've been playing RuneScape. What else you been playing besides RuneScape?
Just Rocket League. Really, those are the only two, RuneScape and Rocket League. I haven't really turned anything on. I was gonna play some Fortnite, but I just CBA. I can't.
You CBA?
Yeah, like I can't be bothered to play it. Like I don't know. I don't want to play
So
solos.
shouldn't it be
CBB?
CBB?
No, CBA stands for can't be asked.
So
Oh,
so why did you say you can't be bothered then?
Because like that's
Confused
also
me.
what it means. Like can't.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I don't know. Like I feel like that's a pretty common term to use, CBA, but maybe not.
I've never heard anybody use that.
All right. Well, so this has been a good podcast.
What about you, Ice? What
It's
have
just
you been
like
playing?
Friday.
I pretty much only played Halo in that. I haven't really been able to have any time on besides that to jump on and play anything this past couple weeks. So
Listen, your kid is how many months old now? You need to start
Maternity
training.
leave, baby.
I'm hoping to freaking get some Watch Dogs Legion and maybe at some point this week. And I know you must have seen some bad reviews.
Yeah, I did.
You're not making me excited. I'm still excited to play the game. I'm excited for the whole concept of the game.
I like it.
Yeah.
I do too. I bought the season pass too, so I hope I like it.
Jeez Louise.
Man. Yeah, besides that, no, nothing really else too crazy. So, I mean, I guess we could probably wrap up this week. It's been a good podcast. I hope you guys had a good night tonight.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been real.
It's been so want to get it do you want to watch an action movie for next week? Confirmed action movie?
I hate you.
Not taking any
I
special
like-
not taking
I
any
like
special
doing-
requests.
I think free for all type thing is the best because we all can bring a little something different.
That's what my
Okay,
ex
so
said.
we'll do. Oh,
What?
jeez. All right, so free for all. Everybody watch a movie, or you can watch a series, whatever you want to talk about. I will say, no spoilers because this is brand new. Mandalorian this week, on par. That series is fantastic.
It was good, yeah.
I enjoyed it. I don't want to say anything about it, but you need to sit.
When-
You need to suck it up.
When
and
can we
watch it.
talk about it?
I feel like I don't know. When is a safe
We have
time?
to wait for the finale? I mean, it's
Probably-
been
Yeah.
the first episode's been out for a week. If you haven't seen it, fucking what the fuck? You got time.
Maybe we give a 2-week grace period on an episode.
Dude, that's so weird. So you'd be like watching episode 3 and then
Yeah,
doing episode 1.
I don't like that.
So what do you want to give?
Let's just
You
wait
say,
for it
like-
all to be over. I guess
I
I'm
just-
complaining.
I
Give it a 24-hour grace period.
Yeah,
I feel like you got to
well,
give some grace period because some people can't just hop right on it.
Yeah, they can, if you know what I mean.
dude.
I apologize. All right, so
We'll just wait
Free
for
for
it to
all.
be over.
watch whatever you want to watch. We'll talk about it next week. I know people like that. Hopefully we can all get some more gaming in. We haven't really freaking been playing anything. We've been a little busy. We did. I mean, most of the podcast still was about big gaming. So let's. Hey.
Hey.
All right. Well, I guess that's a wrap for this week. Thank you guys for coming in. We'll catch you next time.
Later.
Peace.